I never really been the type ever to put fake news out there. And I see people putting like a lot of fake stuff out there on the internet and people make it go viral and they gravitate to it. But what I'm gonna tell you right now and what I looked at today, this is gonna be the first time that I hope that what I looked at today was actually fake news. I pray it was fake news because if it's real, it's going to affect hundreds of millions of Americans right here in the United States. I seen an article today. Now, you guys know what's going on with the food stamp crisis. They're talking about if you get a job, you can get food stamps. If you don't get a job, they could potentially cut your food stamps down or potentially cut your food stamps off. And the whole thing is so confusing because when we hear about these new laws, we don't know what the hell is going on. But now what I'm hearing that could affect hundreds of millions of Americans right here in the U.S., I pray that this is not true. Because this is going to affect my family members as well. People who's on Social Security, SSI, disability, people who have disabilities and they've been getting Social Security all these years, they're talking about the people like that get food stamps. They already get a check every month. They already get a check every month. Some of them only get $1,200 a month. Some get like $1,500 a month. They basically worked their whole life, and then before they could retire, they came down with some type of terminal illness, some type of sickness that prevented them from, working and providing. So they had to apply and, kind of cash out early. So now they're on a fixed income. Those people actually get food stamps. They don't get as many food stamps as some people because the people on SSI or Social Security, they only have themselves to take care of. So they may give them like $100 a month, sometimes like $80 a month in food stamps. They're talking about actually taking those food stamps from those people that's disabled unless they get a job. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I hope that this is not true. But I actually seen this with my own eyes today. Again, you have a lot of people out there that's reporting stuff that's not even factual. Like they had everybody running around believing that these spaceships was, over us and these drones was from a different planet or from up under the earth or from up under the sea, and everybody believed it. Every TikTok I seen was all about aliens. Now you don't even see nothing about an alien. Fake news, man. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but the way that people put it out there, fake news. So this is something that I hope that is fake because this can affect so many people. You imagine someone like just at home sick as hell right now. They depend on their government assistance check every single month, and they depend on that extra few dollars in food stamps a month to help them to be able to survive. Their Social Security is already being stretched. You imagine if you get a Social Security check $1,300 a month and your rent is $1,000 a month, and now you have to basically use that additional $300 to pay the bills that you are able to pay, and you get that extra couple dollars in food stamps a month. They're going to take that from you unless you work. I don't get it, because if you're on Social Security and you're disabled, it means you're disabled. You can't work. How can you expect somebody to work who can't work? They were found disabled by multiple doctors and the government signed off on it. So why would you take that assistance from these people if they cannot get up and get a job? This food stamp thing is going crazy out here, man. Like, we at war in our own backyard. We at war in our own backyard. It's one thing to, do the mass deportation, but you're talking about hurting our own people right here at home who's worked their whole entire lives that can no longer work anymore. And now you're talking about taking their benefits from them. What happens if the people on SSI or disability do find a job, just so they can keep getting those food stamps, it's going to be a knife with two sharp ends on it. Because once they get a job, disability or Social Security is going to penalize their monthly paycheck. None of it makes sense, man. None of it makes sense. Can y'all help me make sense of the stuff that I'm hearing? Have y'all heard the same thing that I heard? Please let me know. Please let me know. This is crazy.